Hello again. Excuse me. This one seems to have gone under the radar, and it really pisses me off. Apparently, Nancy Woe Is Me Mace tried to get a resolution passed that would make public all of the Congress members that had been accused of sexual misconduct. It was a decent piece of legislation. You know, I really believe that they need to basically be outed for lack of a better term, and absolutely needs to be made public. However, and this is the part that pisses me off, it was defeated 357 to 65. 357 members decided that the members that have been accused of such misconduct should not be made public. The resolution would have named names and revealed how much taxpayer money was used to silence the victims. Yes, there is an actual slush fund of taxpayer money used specifically to silence victims of congresspeople who perpetrated sexual misconduct against staff members. Both Democrats and Republicans voted to not release this information. We spent years trying to get the Epstein files released, to get the names of those accused of sexual misconduct against children. Democrats and some Republicans alike still fight hard to get all of the Epstein files released so those accused can be brought to justice. But they refuse to release the names among their own ranks who have been accused of such behavior against their own staff members. Some are claiming it is to protect the victims. This is bullshit. Because you don't have to reveal victims' names. Just like the Trumpstein files, redact the victims' names. It isn't that hard, people. And I am extremely disappointed to learn that not a single member representing my own state of New Mexico voted to release this information. This really pisses me off. Every member that voted against releasing this list must be primaried, both Democrat and Republican. This is disgusting. Like I said, after years of fighting to release the Trumpstein files so those victims could finally have justice, you guys decide not to release a list of those congresspeople who have harassed and or committed sexual misconduct against their own staff members. This bullshit needs to go viral. If these disgusting Republicans and Democrats can come together to stop this resolution, then we the people whom they serve, not rule, they serve, can come together and show them that this is not acceptable, and they will pay the price for such disgusting behavior. The slush fund that was established specifically to payoffs to victims must be reallocated to proper programs such as Medicaid, Medicare, SNAP, and other programs that actually benefit the people. This fund should never have been established in the first place. These congresspeople should have been made to pay out of their own pockets and then removed from the offices they reside in. Like I said, this is bullshit. Now, I'm about to head to a protest against the war. But this needed to be said. So far I have only seen one what's the word am I looking for? I don't really want to say influencer because that just sounds too pretentious. I've only seen one commentator, and that would be Coach D Speaks, that has mentioned about this slush fund and about these Congress people that voted against revealing those who perpetrated sexual misconduct against her staff members. He's the only one so far that I've seen that has mentioned this. Nobody else has mentioned it. Yes, I know the war is a big deal. The Trumpstein files is still a big deal. But this should be a big deal as well. We need to stop this kind of crap in our own government. Republicans and Democrats alike need to be held responsible for their misconduct, for their fraud, for their crimes. Those New Mexico Congress people that voted for this resolution to fail, I am highly disappointed in y'all. You are lucky that I cannot, because I can't afford it. You're lucky I cannot go to D.C. and confront y'all face to face with this. Because I would give you an earful of what I think of you at the moment. I used to be proud of being in New Mexico and having New Mexico be a Democratic state. But your disgusting behavior on this issue is changing that. I like some of the things you do, but this is downright wrong. No more. Do your jobs the way you're supposed to do them. I am tired of this bullshit. And so is the majority of the American people. We have got to get things back on track. Remember, resistance is not futile. Like I said, I'm going to a protest here in a little while to protest against the war that Trump started. So I will be making a recording of it, and I'll be editing and posting that later on the 8th. I'll be going to another one, a March for Women's Rights. I will also be recording that one and doing interviews. So I hope to see you then. Now, like I said, resistance is not futile. Keep up the resistance and make sure your Congress people know that you are not happy with what they just did with this resolution. Nancy Woe is Me Mace may never skip a moment to be able to tell about her ordeal, which, yes, that is sad. It never should have happened to her, but she doesn't need to keep using it as a crutch. And the woe is me thing is getting old fast. Anyhow, I hope to see you on the next one.